Back here at Phoenix College, the 2018 Native American Classic, as we keep rolling here from Phoenix College, the fourth installment of the Native American Classic, thanks to our friends at Desert Diamond, West Valley Casino, the Key Association of Tohono O'odham, and Adidas, as the Jugos on the men's side taking on the Wildcats of Wayne County. And all the way from Detroit, Michigan, just saw the women's matchup of this. Now we get the men's matchup. And, well, the home team are the Wayne County Wildcats. So we'll start with the home team, the Wayne County lineups, as we see the starter number 1, Zane D'Souza. Number 3 is Rashard Zimmerman. Number 20, pardon me, is Marcus Fleming. Number 22, Casey Nwamba. And number 12, Corey Whitted, the 5'10" freshman guard. And that is for Wayne County. For the visiting Jugos of Tohono O'odham, number 1 is the 6'3" freshman Joe Heath. Number 2, a 5'9" freshman Marcel Dean. Number 15, a 6'9" freshman Isaiah Alonzo. Number 22 is Deshaun Ingram, a 6'3" freshman, and a 6'7" freshman, number 30, Michael Major, led by head coach Michael Stewart for Tohono O'odham. And the Wildcats, I should have mentioned, led by head coach Roderick Turner, his 17th year. Didn't actually want to coach. not that he didn't want to coach, but was doing some other stuff. And yeah, 17 years later, he's still hanging out at Wayne County, doing a great job there in Detroit, as we get set to get this rolling. As we see Coach Stewart right there, he's kind enough to join us earlier. And all right, the jump ball, as that'll be number 30, Michael Major, on the jump. Casey Nwamba, the 6'4" sophomore. And, oh, well, Nwamba gets the tip as he sends it back to Rashard Zimmerman. Zimmerman, look at that, going right down the lane, puts the shot up, ooh, off the backboard, and rolls around the rim, no good. And looks like Zimmerman, about 93 feet away, commits his first foul. Yeah, it's got to frustrate Coach. You get 92 feet away from the basket, you could pick up your first foul as going to the floor there. That's number 10, Daniel Moody. Michael Major with the hoop there. So the foul. Marcel Dean picks up his first. As that free throw drops. As, yeah, we see Coach Roderick Turner and doing some great things in Detroit. Talk about that, the midnight basketball at a Yelp start. Both free throws good. Oh, as that is up and in. Joe Heath gets the hoop. So Zane D'Souza hits the hoop. We're all tied at 4. First half action here. Oh, and on the break, oh, look at that with the left hand. The nice finger roll off the glass for D'Souza. As that shot rolls around the rim. Oh, no good. And Tohono, no stranger to this gym at Phoenix College. Obviously, they play here during the season. As nice break there. Look at that. D'Souza with the smooth left hand, keeping it away from the defender. As that was Michael Major looking to get the block shot. The three in the corner. Oh, the defense closing out. But the shot there by Corey Whitted. And that makes it 9-4. And a little motion as they were picking up the dribble up top, but dropping it back off to Dean. Was Daniel Moody. And the turnover. Looks like we could have a dunk here. Oh, and he misses the two-handed flush. Rashard Zimmerman. Well, inside game tough, but look at that. Swinging the ball around. Their three-pointer. Nice shot there. As we saw Whitted bury it. So a 9-4 score. Lead, I should say. Wayne leading. As Marcel Dean inbounds it. So number 4, Kashawn Hayes checks in for Wayne County. As Moody picks up his first personal. Daniel Moody for the Jugos. As the ball comes over to Devin Nichols, number 2 is checked in the game as well for Wayne County. This ball goes down into the post. Oh, nice move. Thought about the free throw jumper. Takes a dribble, takes it right to the hoop. Solid move there by Casey Nwamba. 7-point lead. Swing the ball to the opposite side of the court. The three-pointer. Oh, man. It started to roll down and then somehow came out, but here comes Wayne County breaking as the ball gets knocked away, and it'll be Jugo's ball. That shot goes up, no good. That was by number 30, Michael Major. 10-foot jumper, no problem there for Ian Baker, who just checked in. Ian Barker, pardon me. So they're up by 9. Oh, now Major's underneath and puts it up off the glass. The Jugos needed that. Moving the ball around is, oh, nice dribble there. Major recovers and blocks the shot. As trying to take it up was Nwamba, but Michael Major was beat. But look at that recovery there. We'll see if they can capitalize. They go down low to Major as he turns inside. Oh, wow. And I call the offensive foul on Major. That's his first, as we'll see him get the ball. Again, tough to be a ref. I don't know if I would have called it. It's Coach Stewart out on the court. So Wayne County takes a quick 30-second timeout. Again, the 2018 Native American Classic. Glad we can reach you here on Floodstream. Thanks to tournament supporters, sponsors, Desert Diamond, West Valley Casino. Coach Stewart on earlier with us talking about that. The Key Association from Tohono O'odham and Adidas helping us bring this to you. Day 2 as we're in the midst of it. Wayne County again taking on Tohono O'odham. And New Mexico Military will be up next against Phoenix College, closing out the day 2 of the tournament. But a lot A lot more hoops left to go in this one. Again, these teams getting up and down the court. 13-6 lead for Wayne County in the white uniforms with the silver and gray and blue trim, blue numbers. Tohono in their dark purples with the yellow trim, yellow numbers. And we get a travel, or a carrying violation by Isaiah Alonso. Wayne County, that almost goes into the backcourt, but Ian Barker brings it down as he gets it back to Nichols, who inbounded it to him. Nichols gets a screen, goes to his right. Oh, that shot is missed by Zimmerman, gets his rebound. Oh, and then the pass from Hayes was skipped over to Nichols, but too far in front of him and a little too low. Oh, and that goes, well, it's a turnover there, goes out of bounds. So Wayne County now a sub number 22, the 6'3" freshman, Deshaun Ingram. 6'3" freshman comes forward, freshman forward comes in. So they're still down by 7, first 5 minutes of this first half. As the ball skips out of bounds. It'll be Tohono open ball with well, 12 seconds left on the shot, or sorry, Wayne County ball, pardon me. 12 seconds left on the shot clock as it's thrown all the way up top to Nichols. Oh, the floater, left-handed floater in the lane is short. Chugos come up with the rebound as Ingram gets it, and now trying to break, going down court. The floater for Daniel Moody is up and in, makes it a 5-point game. Oh, as Michael Major gets the call there as the foul is on Carl Stinson, as that gets down court. Nice up there by Moody. Floats it in on that last possession. So Stinson picks up his first. Major's first of 2 is no good. Looks like number 20, Jacob Young's checked in to the Jugo lineup as Major will try to hit the second free throw, and ooh, off the back of the rim, misses both. Also keeps the score 13-8. Shot is up and no good, but the offensive rebound ripping through there is Casey Nwamba, and we get a whistle. As Moody will pick up his second foul. As we see the rebound there, look at it getting tipped around. Nobody wants to get control. And then, well, he kept his pivot foot there, didn't travel. Nice play by Nwamba. As the first free throw is up and good. So the second free throw is up. Ooh, off the front of the rim, no good. But the rebound there by D'Souza. He actually gets called for an over-the-back foul, so that's his first. Pass rolled there a little bit by Marcel Dean. That's number 34, Vontae Wiley, that's in the game. Oh, and then we get the foul. That is on Zimmerman. That's his second. It's, oh, and underneath the hoop there, he gets blocked. It's knocked around. Look at that, Major picks it up. Oh, and that's Ingram that got fouled. Pardon me, that was Deshaun Ingram. As the first free throw rolls out. So Ingram trying to see if he can sink the second one. As, oh, well, he does just that. So it makes it 14-9. Wayne County with the lead, breaking the press there. Here comes Sean Hayes. Wow, all the way to the rim, but didn't gather himself there. As that ball, I don't know who that pass was intended for, as it was way far ahead. Ball gets knocked out of bounds. Nice play there by Casey Nwamba, the 6'4" sophomore forward. Oh, as the shot rolls off the rim for Isaiah Alonso. Wayne County coming back the other way. Oh, and it gets knocked out of bounds. Nice defensive play there by Young. So 21 seconds left on the shot clock. As D'Souza will inbound, gets it to number 12, Corey Whitted. Would have hit that three-pointer earlier. As Nwamba gets the hoop on the break there. As see the nice dribbling there. Nwamba taking it coast to coast. No, really cutting the ball off. Nwamba's like, I will take it to the rim. As we get a 30-second timeout here as see Wayne County, again out of Detroit, Michigan. Head coach Roderick Turner, his 17th season as head coach. As Carlton King in his 11th, I think 10th year as 11th year as assistant coach, and also Jason Williams in his 4th year, Shannon Schulten in his 4th year, Tyrell White in his 2nd year, and James Payne in his 2nd year as well. So 16-9 the score. As, trying to break the press, and they get it across half court. And as we see Marcel Dean with the ball. And as Nwamba gets called for the foul, that's his first. So a non-shooting foul. So that'll be Marcel Dean on the inbound. As Marcel Dean's on the court with number 20, Jacob Young, number 22, Deshaun Ingram, number 15, Isaiah Alonso, and looks like number 34, Vontae Wiley. Ooh, 3 seconds on the shot clock. They get the shot up, and it's knocked around. The rebound, trying to put it back up. Ooh, off the rim, but tips it back out as it was Alonso that had missed a three-pointer up and no good by Vontae Wiley. And we get the foul on number 15, Isaiah Alonso. So Alonso picks up his first, the team's 5th. Wayne County. They fell to Phoenix, they fell to South Mountain yesterday. As we get a jump ball, possession arrow with the Jugos, and checking back in number 30, Michael Major, as he'll replace number 22, Deshaun Ingram. And Kashawn Hayes, number 4, checks back in for the Wildcats of Wayne County. So the foul there on number 5, Ian Parker. And he picks up his first. So that'll send Wiley to the line for the Jugos as he hits the front end of the 1-and-1. Second one, well, same result, swishes it. So it makes it a 5-point game. And as you saw there, that was number 20, Marcus Fleming, throwing the ball up the court. So Ian Barker sinks to 3, putting the Wildcats back up by 8. Casey Nwamba picks up his second foul. Checking in for the Jugos, number 3, Robert Hernandez, while waiting to check in. Okay, so the foul was on Nwamba. He does pick up his second, so that will get Carl Stinson, the 6'5" sophomore, off the bench. Wiley will shoot 2 free throws. As he's Wiley driving in. You get a little bit of a push. See, these players are so good that they, again, it doesn't look like much on a replay, but just drawing that body contact. So both free throws good by Wiley. It's missed there, so here come the Jugos on a little bit of a run here. So Alonzo with the ball up top, drops it off to Wiley. Literally hand the ball off to Jacob Young, and Young floats it in the lane, no good. We get another whistle, and wow, they're gonna call the foul on Major. That's his second. So at the line for the one-on-one, there's Devin Purifoy as he hits the first one. And the second one rolls around the rim but drops for Purifoy. 21-13. As Robert Hernandez back in the lineup. Also number for the Jugos, number 22, Ingram. That's Hernandez with the ball now. Swinging it back across to Wiley. And that's the three-pointer. It's open and it's online for Jacob Young as he buries it. 21-16, 9:25 left to go here in the first half. The Wildcats of Wayne County out of Detroit with the lead over the Jugos of Tohono O'odham. Down low in the post. Oh, spins back, tries to make the shot. Marcus Fleming, but it comes up short. Jugos get the rebound to Sean Ingram as he gets it over to Vontae Wiley, and they're going to call Devin Purifoy picks up the foul. So makes it the ninth team foul. It's Wiley. The front end of the one-and-one is good. Wiley trying to see if he can get his team to within three again. Wayne County has hit shots, but seemed like controlled the tempo, caused quite a few turnovers early on as Wiley sinks both, making it a three-point game. 9 minutes left to go here in the first half. D'Souza with the, oh, nice move, and look at that. I think they call that a little shake and bake there. As D'Souza gets the hoop. And the three-pointer missed by number 20, Jacob Young. As D'Souza goes down the lane, throws it off the glass, no good. They get the offensive rebound, though, to the Wildcats. And the shot from the corner is up and in as he gets fouled. That was number 12, Corey Whitted. As we'll see him get the ball, look at that, in the corner, and did he draw the contact? Oh yes, look at that, on the elbow, reaching out there. Isaiah Alonso reaches out and commits the foul. And he gets the N1. Oh, 26-18, just like that. An 8-point lead. And the Jugos trying to work the ball around the zone. The three in the corner, no good by Joe Heath. So they're going to call the foul on Marcus Fleming. That's his first. And the team's 10th team foul, so the double bonus now as going to the line. That will be Deontay McInnes. As, ooh, he misses the first free throw. Kashawn Hayes, number 4, returning for Wayne County. As the second free throw rolls around the rim and drops for McInnes. So that makes it 26-19, but Wayne County, they've let Tohono get a little bit close, but have held on the lead. Oh, nice strong move down in the post, puts the floater up. Too strong off the back rim, but getting his own rebound is Stinson. That was shot from the corner by D'Souza, no good. Nice ball rotation there. Oh, and a pass that skips away as Wiley tried to drop it off to Dean, but ricochets off, I think off of the defender and then off of Dean is what it looked like. So Carl Stinson will inbound as he gets it over to Kashawn Hayes. Oh, nice snap pass down low as Fleming tried to go up with it. As Hayes sent it to him. Ball gets knocked around, they get a second chance. But now coming away with the ball, Deontay McInnes. Well, Coach Stewart there not happy with Deontay. Dribbled it out of bounds, and all he had to do was pick the ball up. Again, they had a break, but let your team catch up to you. Thinking what Coach Stewart is probably thinking there. Let your team catch up to you and give yourself a chance. But now Wayne County has a chance to expand their lead. As, into the lane, the floater off the back of the rim, no good. Solid diagonal move there by Fleming. Just couldn't get it to drop. As Dean brings it back up court. His team down by 7 again, trying to, passes goes over to Wiley, but he had stepped on the end line as Marcel Dean sent it over. But again, it's just a little errors you got to get rid of. You heard Coach Stewart talking about it. We also heard Coach Mark James of Clarendon talking about on the women's side. It's just the early season, you want to get past that, do away with the mistakes. Oh, as that ball's tipped and, no good. But that's knocked out of bounds. Checking in, number 24 will be Brandon Thompson. And we get a full timeout by Wayne County, so we shall take that with them. 26-19, the Wildcats leading over the Jugos here from Phoenix College. The 2018 Native American Classic coming to you here on Floodstream, thanks to wonderful sponsors and partners of the Native American Classic, Desert Diamond, the Key Association, and Adidas. 6:24 left in the first half. Wayne County with the 7-point lead. Let's see the Jugos coming out of their team huddle there, the 2018 Native American Classic, put on by Tohono O'odham, but here at Phoenix College. And yes, their fans, like I said, you can see from Tohono O'odham, no stranger to this gym. They packed the gym here a few years ago for the Division II, the Region 1 Division II tournament or championship game against Phoenix College. I mean, it was just loud, and I mean, Phoenix College always draws a big crowd in that championship game. And for Tohono, I mean, they packed the gym. It was insane in here that night. And out of the timeout, though, number 20, Marcus Fleming, gets the ball down low for Wayne County. Gets fouled by Brandon Thompson, picking up his first. So as Fleming will try to add the end one, and ooh, it rolls out for him. Well, still 28-19 though as he gets the hoop. 6 minutes left to go in the first half. Oh, driving through the lane and then dropping it off to his teammate, but Brandon Thompson at a tough angle hits the side of the backboard. Oh, and Wiley with the great hustle blocks the shot. And now the Jugos, well, they recover as Wayne County was breaking. Seven on the shot clock. Well, now three. Oh, the ball gets snapped down low and blocked. Well, they want 1 second on the shot clock as it gets knocked out of bounds. Great hustle there by Thompson. Thompson is 6'10" freshman from Brooklyn, New York. As the shot in the corner, well, it hits the rim. It had to be a catch and shoot there, and it was by Whitted. So they get a new, with the rebound, they get a new shot clock, and we get a travel saying he dragged his pivot foot. Kashawn Hayes doesn't agree with it, but nonetheless, he gets called for it. As number 30, Michael Major, checks back in the game for the Jugos, along with number 15, Isaiah Alonso. Now looks like number 5, Ian Barker, also back in for Wayne County. Again, they're all white uniforms, blue trim, blue lettering and numbers. Oh, and a lot of contact there, as that was number 32, Carnell Henderson. Down low. He picks up his first. So Major will shoot two. As he missed the first one, did Major. And the second one, well, that drops for him. So 28-20, an 8-point lead as they'll try with the full court press. Oh, and the steal by Major as the bounce pass was looking for D'Souza, but picked off beautifully by Marcel Dean. As he flew into the passing lane, the three-pointer up, ooh, rolls off the rim for Heath. And the rebound by Major, no good, tries to tip it to himself. And finally, oh, they're gonna call the travel. Wow. Ian Baker doesn't really agree because he didn't know if he had possession, as we see Marcel Dean right there. But yes, he did. So checking in the game now, number 23, Carl Stinson. As he'll check in for Carnell Henderson. So 4:27 left to go. Wayne County up by 8 here in this first half. Oh, and Major steps in. So Tohono gets the ball, checking back in. Kashawn Hayes, number 4 for Wayne County. His ball gets knocked out of bounds. As Heath goes into the lane, body got fouled, put it up, hit the side of the rim, but no call there. And here come the Wildcats going the other way. Oh, Whitted will take that 3. Ooh, off the rim, no good. And Alonzo snags the board as they send it up court. See what Dean can do. Dean goes in the lane, little feet get tangled up. Heath didn't hit the shot, but we get the foul. Corey Whitted picks up his second foul. So double bonus, as that will send Marcel Dean to the charity stripe. And the first one, well, cleans the strings off. Ian Barker back in for the Wildcats. Also Zane D'Souza. So Barker, D'Souza, Ian Baker, like I said, number 5, Kashawn Hayes, number 4, and number 23, Carl Stinson, the 5 on the court for the Wildcats, as the second free throw was no good by Dean. Push the ball up the court, get it down low. The 5-foot baseline jumper there by Purifoy is good. Oh, as Major turns to the hoop, misses it, but gets fouled. And the foul is on Carl Stinson, his second. So that'll send Michael Major to the line. And he gets the first one. Nice rhythm there. As we'll see, the shot went up. Major, look at that, grabs the rebound straight up over Stinson, and then Stinson trying to make a play, fouls him. And Major, well, gets to the hard way, but hits it from the free throw line. Makes it a 7-point game now. 3:05 left to go here in this first half. The 3 from the corner, and it is buried by D'Souza. Well, back to a 10-point lead. Oh, and that ball ends up out of bounds. Oh, wow. Well, they try to press, but a breakdown there. Major with the foul as he tries to block the shot of Devin Purifoy. And Major will pick up his third foul. As the first free throw by Purifoy is up and in. And the second shot bounces around, but same result. 35-23. Daniel Moody back in the game for Tohono O'odham, number 10. Along with number 22, Deshaun Ingram. As that shot's missed there, and look at this. Wayne County wants to get out and run, and look at that, all the way knifing through the lane, but missing is Kashawn Hayes. Rebound gets knocked around, and Zane D'Souza, well, misses, but gets fouled down low. And that foul is on number 22, Deshaun Ingram. That's his first. It's the first one, and the second one drops as well. Well, a turnover there, and down the court. Oh, they're going to call goaltending on that as the net was grabbed. So Purifoy will get the hoop. And just like that, it was a 7-point game. And now it's a 16-point game. As in the game, Sean Brogan, number 13 for Tohono O'odham, and number 34, Vontae Wiley, back in the game. So Moody will inbound it, and they'll work it around with the full court press. They're able to, well, break the press, get it across, but using up almost all 10 seconds on the shot clock. Oh, knocked out of bounds there by D'Souza. Oh, 4 on the shot clock. So they're going to call the foul on Daniel Moody. That's his third. So he has 3, Major has 3, as we see Coach Turner. He sits for a little bit, but he's constantly coaching. Yeah, and a lot of these coaches don't sit. We see Coach Stewart sitting now, but I'm sure he'll be right back up after the free throw by Devin Nichols is good. And Nichols hits the second one. 41-23, an 18-point lead. Man, blink of an eye, it was a 4-point or 7-point game. And now it's up to 18. An 11-0 run here by Wayne County. Well, moving it around. 4 on the shot clock. Oh, and he breaks open, cutting to the hoop. Nice move by Deshaun Ingram. Finally end the 11-0 run. The final 60 ticks of the first half as the jumper is up and in from the far side wing by Zane D'Souza. And a turnover. Wayne County coming the other way. And did it get knocked out or was there a foul? Looks like D'Souza got fouled. And it is on Marcel Dean. That's his second. As the first free throw, well, a rare miss there by D'Souza. Puts the second one up and hits it. As we get a substitution, checking in number 11, Hanif Minus. That makes it 44-25. And Tohono needing to get some, wants to get some points, get something going. They had that nice, ran their offense last time, moved the ball around. Ingram finished at the rim. And as Wiley with the ball goes to his right, puts it up. And no basket. As Fonte Wiley gets fouled by Devin Nichols. Devon Nichols, pardon me. And so Wiley will shoot one more. And ooh, off the front of the rim, no good. Wayne with the rebound. Look at that, getting down court right away. Ooh, they didn't have to take a shot right away, but burying the three. He felt in rhythm and buried it. Devon Nichols. And now Nichols gets called for the foul. So he picks up 2 quick fouls right here at the end of the first half. So number 2, Marcel Dean, will get to shoot 2 free throws. And the first one rolls around and drops. And the second one, ooh, didn't even touch the rim there. Nice string music players love to hear when they shoot free throws. Final 15 seconds now. And they can settle for the last shot as the ball gets dropped back off to Hayes. Sean Hayes, who into the lane, thought he got fouled. 3 seconds left. Here comes Dean. Has to put a shot up, puts it up. Oh, and he gets bailed out by the foul. And it looks like, ooh, Dean hit the court hard as we see him there. A little slow to get up. Maybe he just came down hard as he's trying to walk it off. And he's, and this probably came down hard. Got to get a little bit of, got to get some pressure back in the, or feeling, I should say, back in his foot. We'll see if these free throws, trying to see. Wow, so Devin Nichols, look at that. Ian Barker picks up his second, so that's only 2. 5. So 47-28 is the score. As first free throw, huh? By Dean is good. So number 42, Asante Johns, checks in the game. Three-tenths of a second left, and Dean hits the second free throw. As again, you see a little hitch in his giddy up as he's headed over to the training table, but hits both free throws. Again, any injury, you say athletes got to be tough and play through it, as it's inbounded, and that is the final 3/10 of a 3/10 taken off the clock there as it goes to triple zeros. So the end of the first half, well, it was a 7-point game. Now it's a 17-point lead as, man, Wayne County went on a heck of a run to take the lead, sparked by Zane D'Souza, number 1. See him there in the corner of the screen as he's talking to Coach Turner. But as Wayne County again headed off the court. Well, the 2018 Native American Classic, again, sponsored by Desert Diamond, West Valley Casinos, the Key Association, Tohono O'odham Key Association, and Adidas. So glad we can bring it to you here on Floodstream. We'll step aside. More halftime coming up. The Wildcats of Wayne County, all the way from Detroit, Michigan, leading the Tohono O'odham Jugos 47-30.
Floodstream, a producer of high-definition video and live webcasts. Sports, live events across the country and around the world. Enhance your event, showcase your brand, expand your reach. Floodstream, HD video and live webcasts. Floodstream, floodstream.com.
Back here at Phoenix College, the Tohono O'odham Jugos trailing Wayne County from Detroit, Michigan, 47-30. And if you're just joining us here, happy to have you along. Again, nacbasketball.com in partnership with Floodstream as we're bringing it to you. But 47-30 in Wayne County, and was up 13-4. Had a 9-point lead early on. Tohono looked a little bit out of sync, but then, you know, they kind of were chipping away at the lead. They were within 3 at 21-18, and then it was 30-23. And in favor of Wayne, Tohono had closed it to within 7, 30-23. And then Zane D'Souza went on a very nice scoring streak for the Wildcats and put in a three-pointer. Hit 2 free throws, hit another hoop, hit 1 out of 2 free throws, and then all of a sudden it's 44-25, a nice little run, a 5-3 run to end the half for Tohono. They're going to need a bigger spurt than that, but they trail 47-30 for head coach Michael Stewart, and he again talking to his team, but we've seen that they can move the ball. They got some good hoops, but man, this Wildcats team, again, moving the ball for Coach Turner, and they are up by 17 as we look ahead. Well, one more game tonight, 7:30. Well, about as a scheduled tip-off of 7:30. Might be a few minutes late since we were about 12, 13 minutes late on this tip-off here. About 15 minutes late, I should say, on this tip-off here. But New Mexico Military, the Broncos will be taking on the Bears of Phoenix College to close out the night. And that is our next game. So, yeah, the New Mexico Military Institute. Roswell, New Mexico. Again, if you haven't been to Roswell, we'll talk more about it during the game. But the alien sighting, the article. And tomorrow, well, it is a full day here. We're not starting at 11:30. We're so excited. The Native American Classic. We're starting at 10 a.m. as the Cougars of South Mountain will be taking on New Mexico Military. So that's tough. New Mexico Military's got a close out the day and then open the day against South Mountain at noon. Tucson Soul on the women's side will be taking on the Wayne County women's team. And then at 2 o'clock on the men's side, Phoenix College will take on the Wayne County men's team. So, again, they got to get out of here and go back to Michigan. So, playing the early games tomorrow. And then at 4 o'clock, the Jugos, the Lady Jugos of Tohono O'odham will take on Clarendon College. And at 6 p.m., we have a men's game. The Tohono O'odham Jugos on the men's side will take on the Thunderbirds of New Mexico Junior College. And to close out the night here, Phoenix College will take on Bella Vista Prep on the women's side. And that is at 8 p.m. tomorrow. So if you love hoops, we got it for you right here at the Native American Classic, which is absolutely, again, a great event. The 4th year of the Native American Classic. Again, Coach Matt Vargas, who is actually up in Washington State now coaching. And I will ask Coach Stewart, because for some reason the name of the college just kind of flew away from me, but that's all right. He helped start this, and Coach Stewart was there as well. And then, again, got to give Coach Lopez a shout out, because the first one was at Glendale, and him and Coach Vargas worked closely together. And again, with the support of Desert Diamond, the Key Association, and Adidas, it has just made everything to keep going here and just make this tournament grow and grow. And a lot of great action here. So we'll step aside. 47-30. The Wildcats leading over the Jugos here at half.
Floodstream, a producer of high-definition video and live webcasts. Sports, live events across the country and around the world. Enhance your event, showcase your brand, expand your reach. Floodstream, HD video and live webcasts. Floodstream, floodstream.com. Floodstream, a producer of high-definition video and live webcasts. Sports, live events across the country and around the world. Enhance your event, showcase your brand, expand your reach. Floodstream, HD video and live webcasts. Floodstream, floodstream.com.
Back here at Phoenix College, the 2018 Native American Classic, brought to you, yes, by Desert Diamond, West Valley Casinos. And also Floodstream, proud streaming partner of the Native American Classic. Again, the 4th edition of the Native American Classic, and the Jugos of Tohono O'odham trailing Wayne County by a score of 47-30 at the end of the first half. And now lucky enough to be joined by, well, a coach that knows just a few little things about basketball and playing, Chrissy Kincaid, the women's head coach here at Phoenix College. And Coach, it was up here, started at Glendale. We talked about this, being part of the tournament. Started at Glendale, was down at Pima the last 2 years. Now you're obviously very spacious, banner, championship banner decorated gym hosting it. So it's a great tournament to be a part of.
It is, and thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
It's great. So always good to be a part of basketball.
Well, as we get back into it now, your women's team, you started off yesterday with a win.
We did.
And then today you get another win against Clare. You pulled away in the second half.
Yes,
I mean, they were, again, early on. Coach actually came over to the broadcast after that. He said, you know, that, man, he goes, you know, not to be cute. He goes, they played great at the end. We didn't make some plays, it's not excuses, but I thought both of you guys in spurts moved the ball well. I mean, for early in the season, and then we always talked about this before, Coach. I mean, chemistry is kind of one of those things that, yes, practice and repetition, it comes along, but you got to like with what you saw, I would say spacing-wise and moving the ball for your team.
Yeah, you know, it is early, but we're definitely starting to move in the right direction, and that's what you want at this time.
Well, a lot of fouls in the first half.
Yeah, it's pretty physical for sure.
Casey Nwamba picks up the foul there. And that's his, I want to say, third foul. So number 2, Marcel Dean at the free throw line. And I talked about that because I know there was a few free throws missed today, but overall people shooting quite well. Of course, as Dean's going to think I jinxed him as he hit the first one there.
Yeah, I got the board though. And nope.
As Dean missed the second. But again, offensive rebound, trying to get the 3 to go. But yeah, I was saying to Coach James, it's got to be, I know, even, you know, ex-player, but as a coach, when players just miss free throws, the clock's not running, you have a chance to either catch up or extend your lead. And I know, again, you can't get too high or too low, but as a coach, it's like, oh, just sink the free throws. Nobody's in front of you.
Well, and you know, even blocking out, it's fundamentals, right, you know, to allow, you know, the middle person to get the ball instead of you've got great position, so you don't want to give up those types of situations at all.
Well, the jumper there, making it 49-31 as Marcel Dean picked up his third foul, but Major underneath the hoop. Michael Major, he started to assert himself more as the half went on. I know he got a few fouls called against him, but you got to like that post presence down low.
Right. Well, you know, with them pressuring the ball, they're breaking that press and coming down and getting an easy bucket at the end. Oh, another steal, looks like. Nice
defense there by Dean as he takes it away from Whitted. And now we have, oh, almost
jump ball.
I was going to say, I didn't know they brought wrestling back here to Phoenix College. No, they weren't, but finally the whistle blows for the jump ball. The possession arrow will be, as Coach, I was talking to Coach Roderick Turner, and you'll appreciate this, Coach Kincaid. 17 years. Actually, he said he wasn't, you know, really looking to coach. He worked in law enforcement, but he was one of the 12 coaches that helped start, and I've seen a lot of stories on this. It was awesome, but kind of that midnight basketball. They had it on Monday, Wednesday, Thursdays in Detroit to keep kids off the street out of trouble. And he said even kids coming to watch again, they'd have like 200-300 people in the gym. And he said him and the 12 coaches in their time had sent over 300 kids on to 4-year schools.
Wow, that's amazing.
And you know, and I was telling him as, ooh, look at the major contest that shot. Wow, as Fleming gets turned away.
Big presence in the paint.
But I had seen a special on quite a few times on like one time on ESPN. I think Fox Sports did something as well, and it was really cool. But different cities that had started it, coaches that had kind of just communicated and keeping, like I said, kids off the streets, and you know, gang or not. But when he said that, I go, man, that is unbelievable. 300 kids to 4-year schools, and he goes, you know, but it also wasn't just basketball. It was, you know, school lessons, help with work. He said even from things like life stuff, like balancing a checkbook, like how to be responsible.
Right.
And again, I mean, as a coach, I know you're always looking to how you can help student athletes and better them, and you know, players and what you can do. But he said, yeah, he was doing that. And he said, yeah, him and 11 other coaches, and it was Monday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays from 10 to 1. When, of course, nothing. You coaches always say, Bill Parcells, I know, is famous for it, but nothing good happens after midnight, right?
Absolutely, absolutely.
And you played for a legend. We'll talk about that at Central Arizona. Coach Larson, I'm sure there was again, it's kind of hard to get into trouble at Central, but if you want to find it, you always can.
That's a true statement. Good three.
And look at the three there by number one, Joe Heath. Oh. And they need this. Again, down by 13. They were close in the first half, and then Wayne County won on that run.
Right.
And this is your 8th year at Phoenix College, right?
This is the start of my 9th.
9th year, okay, yeah. So if you finished your 8th season last year, yeah, I know. It's just, man, it goes by in a blink.
Yes, it does.
So that ball gets knocked out of bounds, and it'll be Jugo's ball on the turnover. Checking in now, number 5, Ian Barker. As we are here at Phoenix College, Coach Kincaid, used to this home court. I mean, again, the Native American Classic, again, just to move it around to different, because I used to tease Coach Vargas. I'm like, no, man, you got to have it on your campus. He's like, Mike, it would be so tough for staying and accommodations. So, but no, it's just great that you, again, but you guys can partner up. They put it on, they find everything, but to have a gym, and obviously you guys have volunteers here, and you know the crowds. Obviously, I know Tohono O'odham in general always brings. I was saying in the first half on the men's Division II championship a few years back, I mean,
absolutely.
Every inch of both sides of the bleachers was packed. I mean,
completely packed.
Yeah, oh, it was awesome being in here.
Great basketball, too.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know, for me, I always tell you, I want, like, you know, a double overtime buzzer beater. As it drives you coaches crazy, wanting, you know, to end it and to win. But I'm just like, from a broadcast standpoint, we got to love it. Like, Dave Heil, he loves overtime and double overtime games.
Well, you know, it makes it interesting, and it's also, you know, it's good for the kids.
Well, Rashad Zimmerman gets the hoop there, 51-36, the score.
Good ball movement there. Oh, deflection.
And I got to say, for early season, too, I know I said this to you, I'm not just saying it, you know, to more so sell it, but most of the teams, again, I mean, yesterday I know playing a little faster, but I know you have preseason, but practicing is always different than games. As a player, as a coach, you know that, but I've been relatively, I'm saying impressed early on. I mean, the chemistry, like you see, some of the passing, some of the, you know, the timing on the plays are off, but the spacing, I think, on both ends of the court from teams have been pretty solid.
Yeah, you know, with the competitiveness and the conference, and, you know, the pressure to try to become sound at things is important. So trying to emphasize the more of the fundamentals of the game.
Right. As Daniel Moody got fed right to the rim, but misses the layup, and then D'Souza, who closed out the first half hot, comes down. And well, that's Rashard Zimmerman, pardon me, number 3, gets the hoop, making it 53-36.
I think he just picked up the foul as well, so that's his 3rd, looks like.
Yeah. Wow, look at that. He was contested straight. Nice contest there by Joe Heath, goes straight up, but it didn't deter Zimmerman. And he does pick up the foul. I know they call that on Barker, so that is number Barker's 5. 3rd, yeah. And playing different teams that you normally wouldn't see. I mean, you know you play in a tough conference, but I mean, when you get into tournaments like this, obviously you don't want to play the same teams you'd always see, but how much does it help you, your team, and your coaching style, as seeing teams that play different ways and different styles from different parts of the country?
I think it's important. We go to a couple of different tournaments, and that's always been very important to me. No matter, I'd like to see the tougher teams, the size. I'd like to see that, how can we handle it in different situations. So it's important that you see a different style of play than what your conference is used to.
And I gotta say, you're Tyra Yule-Long.
Right.
Man.
She's really coming
back
around,
into form.
back into form. We got to get her into shape. That's part of that.
Coming off an injury again, no matter your rehab, but again, it's
different once you get your feet planted on this 94 feet. So
yes,
definitely different.
And the foul is on number 23, Carl Stinson, and that's his third. And that'll send Heath the line. I know they were talking. I heard, well, this is crazy. So, different sports saying getting back into playing shape. Well, Sean Payton was on the radio this morning talking about Des Bryant, and this is like maybe 5 pounds overweight, but it's just football movements. And I guess today, like, Twitter blew up because he may have torn his Achilles in his first practice or second practice with the Saints.
The injuries today are quite different. I don't know if it's overtraining or, what it is, or maybe when they're younger and they're developing, but, there are quite a few injuries that are happening.
Yeah, it's, and, again, getting into playing shape, and I think a lot of people, especially football-wise, you always see it, not that players hadn't torn their ACLs before, but when they changed all the how they could work out in the preseason and stuff, the less contact, it seemed like more injuries were happening. You're right, and just getting into game speed, the cutting and everything that
good finish.
And Heath makes look so easy there, but that your players, you're just used to seeing as a coach. But yeah, once you got to get back into that game shape, it's not the easiest thing to do, but yeah, she looks like she's moving the ball around well and shooting when she needs to as well. Yeah,
she definitely helped and contributed quite a bit. We weigh heavily on our point guards, which is important to have that. So she's coming along.
So 53-39, the score here in the second half.
Man, oof. Don't want to reach. I tell my kids, reach with your feet.
Yes. Look at the pass there, and so look at Heath. Looks like he didn't have control of the ball, but wow, look at that, just slices in. Maybe a teeny bit of contact there by Stinson, but disguised it enough from the refs, but Heath had the composure to make the layup.
Finished.
That is the Christy Kincaid, the head coach of the Phoenix College women, and looking to, again, play in tournaments like this, play tough out of conference, and then go into conference play and enjoy the easiness of that. I say easy with sarcasm there, you know that.
Very much so. Our conference top to bottom, we're very fortunate to have D1s that we can play along with the D2s. So I think that helps us as well, when we get to the national tournament, because you've seen just about every kind of team around when doing that.
Yeah, it definitely, again, you go through very, very tested, and it definitely helps us. The second free throw there by Hayes is no good, but he was able to bury the first. So 54-39. And a little different around here at Phoenix College as we get the foul there on
23.
Oh, that's on Stinson, and that's fourth.
Oh, goodness.
But again, a different opportunity came up. Your old the men's coaching partner. I teased him, and I know he never was comfortable with it, but calling the Division II championship game, the Phoenix College Invitational. Matt Gordon not here at Grand Canyon, and man, what's that been like? Because I know as a coach, you guys always bounce things off. I mean, Coach Gordon's kind of quiet, but I know talking hoops, you guys bounce things off each other. It's got to be a little different for you now without him around here on campus.
It is. I think Coach Gordon, he wanted something different and, was ready for that. He had been here for a few years, and, he's always got irons in the fire, that's for sure.
So it'll be
going into a little zone here.
Trying to see if they can slow him down. 54-40 is the score.
Oh, got to get on those boards.
Ooh, almost throws it away. All right, they get the rebound, like you said, off the backboard.
Second chance points is killing them, so.
And the third chance there by Zimmerman. Or that was Carnell Henderson, I should say, that got the hoop.
Oh, turnovers.
And Alonzo smacks the floor in frustration because nobody was there. That just rolled off his fingertips.
Yeah, that's tough, especially when you're trying to make a move to the basket.
Oh, just a quick 30-second timeout. I see Wayne County up by 16, so Tohono O'odham only able to cut 1 point off as we're 7 minutes in. Oh, never mind. They take a full timeout. But yeah, so when you're looking at obviously being a part of this, it's up here at Phoenix College. But what are you looking at from your team? I mean, what do you? Because again, I know you don't want to show too much, but you're still running stuff because again, you're going to get into the season. It's not like a a preseason scrimmage that people are seeing. Don't want to put too much out there, make it vanilla. But as your team progresses through this and then into their schedule, I mean, do you break up the season, I guess, in parts? I mean, looking, yes, for improvement, but do you break up the season in parts as what you want them to, maybe like you install stuff or what to work on?
I do. We start in a process, so you start with something basic and you just kind of keep building on it. For us, ball movement is important. I felt like we did it, in stages. There were some possessions that were really solid, and then there were some that I thought, okay, maybe we better try something else.
Yeah, you took one time out. I kind of saw it.
Yeah.
I saw the look on your face because you were up, and they were, they made a few hoops, and just a look on your face like we're right there. But let's just take a deep breath.
Sometimes kids get excited, and it's about the highlight reel. And listen, let's keep it simple. As long as you can keep it simple and basic, it needs to go in the hole,
Exactly, exactly. And, I talked about that, but you played, obviously, at Central Arizona. Down there for the legendary Lynn Larson, the Coach Larson. When you were playing for her, I mean, is coaching while you're playing, obviously, think, to keep on playing, but was she kind of one of the people that may have kind of, you saw that you might want to get into coaching playing for her?
Absolutely. The people that are in your life and the mentors that come around, she definitely made a difference and really, encouraged me to think about it. And I started coaching with her as well and just kind of never looked back.
And yeah, she put a lot of her players coaching. I know that you are obviously Samantha did for a while. Coach Cardenas. Coach Cardenas is still down there, right?
Yes, she
is. So she played for. You guys all kind of even though you see everybody says you seem so mellow, but I know how you coach. I know you get fired up. Coach Cardenas doesn't hide it because even in interviews, if they. Winning by 15 or losing by 15, which, again, hasn't happened a lot there. But she, again, you guys all have that passion. And, I mean, that link of playing for Coach Law. What was it like? I mean, was she always kind of raw, or did she balance it out? Was she kind of, like, very intense? Or was it, like, sometimes, if she was mellow, it worked out well for you?
No mellow about it.
Okay.
Let's get that straight. No mellow. She definitely high intensity. The expectations were high. I know she got a lot of flack about being in Arizona, and they said running up the score. But how do you tell, the people coming off the bench to slow it down when, you want an opportunity as well? So.
Yep.
But, it's funny because Gooch, when I was coaching, Gooch was playing. So we went through the double part of coaching and mentoring as well. So.
Yeah, I always enjoy, like I said, throughout the years, I've always enjoyed the conversation with you guys, and the fact that when I first started covering the junior colleges, we did a Central game up here in the Valley, and we were talking to Coach Larry, literally I got here earlier because I thought traffic was going to be bad, and yeah, she was just, it was 30 minutes of just like basketball.
Wealth of information, and I tell you,
we didn't even scratch the surface.
She needs to be a comedian because, God.
Absolutely.
She has stories galore. I'm like, Coach, please don't say that one.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, he's going to get to the rim. Nice finish.
Yeah, very nice drive there by Vontae Wiley. They needed that.
Closing that gap there.
59-43, and it seems like every time they do, there's that turnover, and then Wayne County. Again, just something simple of a turnover, and you've seen it as a coach and even a player. How much does that change? Even if it's just one turnover, it seems like for some reason the other team, one turnover, every coach always said, doesn't turn into 2, it seems to turn into 3.
Oh, well, speaking of it, Tio gets, let's see if they connect.
As Wiley goes down the lane, look at that, strong to the rim again.
Great. Yeah, turnovers, you know, shooting too early in the shot clock and allowing someone your time, you know, that hurts you.
As Coach Turner not happy. And again, he's a pacer. He sits down for about one play, and then he paces up and down the bench talking to his team.
Oh, yeah.
And then he sits him down. He takes a full timeout. We'll do that with him. 59-45, 10:53 left to go here in the second half. Wayne County, the Wildcats leading over Tohono O'odham Jugos here from Phoenix College.
Floodstream, a producer of high-definition video and live webcasts. Sports, live events across the country and around the world. Enhance your event, showcase your brand, expand your reach. Floodstream, HD video and live webcasts. Floodstream, floodstream.com.
59-45, the 2018 Native American Classic, the 4th annual Native American Classic, thanks to our friends at Desert Diamond, the Key Foundation, and Adidas. Bring it to you here on Floodstream. Again, go to nacbasketball.com. We'll be here all day tomorrow. The women's head coach, Christy Kincaid, sitting in with me as we get a nice coaching mix today. Again, you gotta love it. I love early season tournaments. Did you get a chance? I know obviously you're busy practicing, but did you check out the Duke-Kentucky game?
I just got to see the clips, and
wow, yeah.
That's all I can say. I guess it's early.
Yeah, everybody on Twitter exploded. I mean, basically, you know, people saying, "Oh, Duke's not going to lose a game." I'm not going that far.
Wow, yeah, I don't know.
But Duke is very very talented, and that was Kentucky's worst loss ever. Opening loss ever, I think.
You know, I think a lot of things are going on in that gym right now.
Oh, man.
Getting them back in order. But, you know, sometimes it's a wake-up call to teams, and
he
it's
said
how
that.
you respond,
and,
you know?
Yeah, and John Calipari said the last few years, I mean, with the one that is building up, I mean, you suffer a loss like that, chances are those two teams can meet later on down the road. It would be in the tournament, obviously.
Right.
But yeah, man. I mean, and Zion Williamson, everybody's talking about him. He didn't. I mean, he had a very good game, but he didn't even have some of the best highlights.
Right, right. Yeah, it's a tough loss in that way. That's for sure.
But, you know, gotta love when they open up. Although, man, I usually thought the season might start like a week later. Yes, very good offensive board there, and they're going to need these. As we see in the game, number 12, Deontay McGinnis back in the game. With, Marcel Dean, Avante Wiley.
Ooh, a little too high.
Yep, Isaiah Alonso, who that was intended for, and number 20, Jacob Young. But now Dean will check out, and Joe Heath will check in.
Yeah, you got to take care of the ball, especially when you're trying to make that run to get back in this.
So bringing the ball up to court, there is Kashawn Hayes. Oh, wow. Taking care of the ball, almost lost it there. He dribbles it off his leg, but the defense is there. Hayes keeps it, goes to his left. Ooh.
All right, here we go.
Straight up defense there. Good job by McInnes as the Jugos coming the other way. Working the ball around and
travel. Tough call.
I was going to say Young doesn't agree with it, but it looked like he may have slid that pivot foot.
Feet moved a bit.
And I know I've told you this before, not that you haven't coached a million games, but I'm terrible at catching. A lot of times when they call them like that, I mean, both coaches would probably like me equally because I would, treat it like, because they don't call traveling in the NBA. I mean, you literally have to take about 5 steps, 5 to 8 steps.
Depends on who you are.
Exactly.
How about that?
You might get 10 if you're some people.
Right. Harden, maybe.
I think they NBA TV did a breakdown on it. Yes, their replace Harden should have been called on, but he has, nice move there.
Oh,
but
bailed him out. Don't want to do that.
Nope. Let's see who that, out of contact. That's on Wiley. Only his second. As down the, and he turned his back. And
you're right, he turned.
A little bit out of position. I don't think he had anywhere else to go as the free throw is up and in by Purifoy.
Yeah, T.O., if they're going to make this run, they got to start getting on this.
And the first 2 points.
Here comes this press. Oh, no. Offensive.
Wow. I thought he may have been below the circle there, but I guess not, as getting called is number 15, Isaiah Alonso. Coach Stewart.
Have been in that hoop.
Coach Stewart thinking, and now the officials are talking.
He's going to block. Okay, so
he was in there.
Did the basket count, or? Or they're shooting.
Well, they're talking,
out of bounds.
It is out of bounds, so no shot. It was, he was passing. I just heard him. I heard one of the officials say that. So since he was passing, checking back in now, that's number 32, Carnell Henderson for Wayne County. As inbounding will be Vontae Wiley. So, Coach Stewart called it out again. That's what that halo is there for. Because until they put that in basketball a few years ago, Coach, it drove me crazy. Because I'm like, a guy could literally be standing right under the rim.
Right.
He shouldn't get a charging foul. I get you're set, and I get it's a charge, but you're literally standing under the basket on the follow through. But again, I love that. Everybody's always tough to change the rules. We were talking earlier about the 90s and the hand checking, and all through the 80s, and then obviously the teams that actually play defense, and they changed the rules to make it more offense because you had teams like the Spurs, the Pistons that could actually put effort in on the defensive end, which again, and I'm not saying players don't. I think in the NBA with the athleticism and stuff like that, people get kind of pigeonholed, but I always do say in a generation, as the free throw is up by Zimmerman and drops.
Good.
But there's usually like 4 of the same 5 players are on the all-defensive team.
Uh-oh. Yeah, it is a little.
Coach Stewart thinking that rim's a little soft.
Somebody must be hanging on it.
As a second free throw rattles around for Zimmerman and in. But I was going to say that the same 4 out of 5 guys for a generation usually on the all-defensive team since like the mid-90s, because those are the only 4 or 5 that actually try to play defense.
Good finish. Yeah,
in the NBA.
Absolutely. I think that it changes. I think really it's the consistency of the calls. Certain officials call it a little tighter than others, so it just kind of really depends on the officiating.
Oh, nice pass by Wiley.
Finish.
Yes, he knifed it over to McInnes. Everybody thought Wiley was going to, he's done that, and look at that. Helped out because everybody sagged to him, and Deontay McInnes is the recipient of that assist in the hoop. So 8:35 left to go here in the second half. Ooh.
Oh, I thought they were going to call that. I was wondering.
I was like, I was getting close.
That was going to be called. Well, you got to take advantage of these.
Now, do both feet, because on the 3 seconds, I always get confused. So even if 1 foot's in, it could still be 3 seconds.
Yeah, it's in.
So both feet have to be out. You have to slide through and kind of.
Both have to be out.
Can't just be.
You know,
Shaq
I'm
camping
constantly
out.
calling for it. I'm
Oh,
like,
yeah.
listen, I think we're at the 8-second mark, so.
Yeah. Oh, I'm with you on that. And as Wiley gets it over to Heath. So now he'll get it back up top. He'll reset with 12 on the shot clock.
Get a little screen action, get to the rim.
Oh.
Nice, gonna get to the free throw line.
And that's on Carnell Henderson. So that's the third on Henderson. And this is what they need to do. We're talking about scoring points without the clock running when you're trying to catch up.
Score when the clock is not running.
And Wiley puts the first one in. And I know, Coach, it drives, you know, when you're watching at any level, fans crazy. They're like, how is it that the last 2 minutes of a game can take 15 minutes? It's like, hey, if you're close, man,
all right,
if you're trailing, you got to put them on the line.
Absolutely. Anything's possible.
As Wiley again, well, he sinks
free
both.
throw, got to make them. That's great.
Now the old Hack-a-Shaq, Hack-a-Jordan rule, DeAndre Jordan, not Michael, obviously.
Right.
But, I mean, to me, that's frustrating. I think that if somebody's, you know, 50 feet off the ball, again, and I know they're talking about tweak. I don't know how you tweak it, but again, I think if they're 50 feet off the ball, the person dribbling the ball should get to shoot the free throws.
Right, right.
63-49, Wayne County, again, using the shot clock. They reset, 7 seconds, as Zimmerman up top makes a move in the corner.
Gonna be close.
A three-pointer up, ooh.
No good.
2 seconds on the shot clock. Well, they use it, but they don't get the hoop. Heath now, he'll take that.
Let's see it.
Oh, just off the front of the rim. A little hot potato around as it's taken down by Purifoy. And up and in. And Rashard Zimmerman gets the hoop there. So 65-49, 7 minutes. They need stops, though. They can't keep just, as that gets blocked, but a foul first on, that's number 24, Purifoy.
His second, looks like.
Nice pass there, and look at that. Comes in, gathers himself nicely, not wanting to pick up the foul was Dean.
Right.
And I was talking about that with, in the last game, Coach, where I was talking about that with Coach James from Clarendon, who you played, is that it's just crazy as get higher up in it. It's got to drive. I say, you know, high school is one thing they should, but college and pro, like somebody on a break and somebody's about to foul them, it's like they rush the shot. Just gather yourself. I mean, you'd rather get the easy layup. I get it.
Finish,
but guess what? Use up one of their fouls.
Absolutely. You know, we talk about that all the time. Try to draw the foul. Pump fake, go up strong, go off 2 feet, especially when you're in the paint.
So both free throws good there. So it makes it 65-51. Oh, nice dish there as he knifes through the lane. Ooh, but it's short.
Board. See what they do with it.
D'Souza with the pass. So, man, they're using up some time.
Oh, no. Brutal.
I told you I had a few shots. He must have heard me because I had a few shots left in me.
He wanted you to take and fire one.
If I hit it sitting down, I should get 5 points for that.
There you go.
That's all I'm saying.
Yep, absolutely. Bonus.
So is Zimmerman now. We'll bring it back up the court again. Want to run your – how different is that, too? If you're playing up tempo, you get a lead. You want to, I know, run your offense and use the clock, but how tough is it for these teams? They've missed a few shots. As a coach, I mean, where do you find that balance? Or how tough is it, I should say, to find out?
Oh, wow. You don't want them to get stagnant, and I think that happens when you alter or change the flow of the game. Good finish.
Yeah, Heath with the nice finish there. Because I know it's got, again, as a coach, you know the flow, you understand the game, but if you're up tempo, like you said, it's not like you're trying to run a score up, but if you put them in a half court, they're using the clock. If they're not scoring, that's when the other team starts hitting threes and getting back in it.
And they're not used to that type of game, so you got to stick with your style, and you know, you can be smart about the shots, but stick with your style.
Right. So Zimmerman with the ball is 12 on the shot clock and counting down, under 10 now as Courtney Corey Whitted back in the game. Ooh,
They've got a nice wall of defense there. Good stop.
I was going to say to you, very nice there by McInnes, who, since he's checked back in, has been a defensive monster for him. I don't know, not that he played bad in the first half, Coach. I don't know where that was.
Oh, got a rebound.
And Moody just misses the three, hits the back rim. Now a 3-on-1. Oh, and he gets the layup there.
Timeout.
That is the number 12, Corey Whitted. And Coach Turner takes a timeout. As he takes a full timeout, we'll do it with him. 5:16 left to go here in the second half. 67-53, the Wildcats. Look at here. Nice job. Coach has to admire this fast break. A nice 3-on-1. Gathered himself, puts it in.
Off 2 feet, very important.
Floodstream, a producer of high-definition video and live webcasts. Sports, live events across the country and around the world. Enhance your event, showcase your brand, expand your reach. Floodstream, HD video and live webcasts. Floodstream, floodstream.com.
Back here at the Native American Classic, brought to us by Desert Diamond. The Jugos, the men's team, down 67-53 with 5:10 left to go here in the half, in the game. And they need to make a run, get some defensive stops. Ooh, almost turn it over. But Robert Hernandez able to gather the ball, and now.
Oh, did they call a foul? What happened? Oh, yeah. Oh, no clear possession.
Okay, I heard him say that, so no.
So adjust the shot clock at 20 seconds.
20 seconds, okay. So, as Vontae Wiley will inbound it, gets it over to Alonzo, who just gently hands it off right back to him. 15 on the shot clock. And again, I know you want to run your offense, Coach, like we're talking about, but trailing, you want to get those hoops as quick as you can.
Wayne County goes into a zone.
Ooh, the follow-up no good. The third time by Major, no good.
Wow.
Man, did they put a cover on the rim down there?
I don't know, I tell you.
Coach Michael Stewart saying that rim on the other end of the court got a little bit softer.
Nice and soft, huh?
Yeah, soft. That rim has a lid on it, seemingly.
It's usually how it goes when you're trying to make that climb back. Oh, get it inside.
Yeah, Major calling for the ball.
For it.
And now Wiley will set it back up top.
I'm partial to big men, so I always want the ball.
I was going to say, Coach played down low.
If
you're working for it and you have the position, you want the ball.
Oh, okay.
And
we get to the free throw line.
So the foul is on Zane D'Souza, who offensively, Coach, closed out the first half. He was on a tear for Wayne. And he picks up his second. And yeah, Wiley at the free throw line trying to, well, sinks it. As number 22, Deshaun Ingram returns.
See if they can close this gap. 4:25 left.
Right there, seem to keep, like you're saying, getting those tough defensive stops. Oh, and that.
Good.
No good.
board right there. Yep. Again, off the free throw line.
Well, a rare miss for Wiley, but Hernandez gets the rebound.
And three goes up.
And he puts it up. Oh, the soft touch barely bounces off the rim, but comes out. Oh, man.
That's tough.
Well, short-term memory. I know, especially his basketball shooters, you got to forget it.
Have it, yes. Amnesia at its best.
Yep. And they're going to work the ball, work the clock, up by 13. Coach Stewart, I know, he's a little frustrated, I'm sure, by some things, but as they give up that layup right there, though, but he's got to like the fight that he's seen back in this last part, second part of the second half.
Right. Again, that's what these tournaments are for, to help build and put you in situations that you can prepare for throughout the year. You'll see it in conference, that's for sure.
So, but the turnover there, checking back in now for Wayne County, number 22, that's Casey Nwamba. There's a little, well, full court pressure by Hernandez, as going right by him is Kashawn Hayes. And so in a tournament, obviously like this, like I said, it goes on your overall record, but are you a little more liberal in tweaking your lineups then, or like substitution pattern, just to kind of see what you have, or maybe if you want to see how 2, 3, 4, 5 players work together?
You know, I think that is absolutely the key, is working with your lineups. You know, kids progress, and you know, in certain situations or different styles of play, some flourish and some, you know, need, oh, good three, oh.
And they just cannot get it to drop. And it's not like they're shooting bricks, it's softly rolling off the rim. Right. But yeah, that's interesting to see, because like I said, I know it counts on your overall record, but when you're trying to tweak lineups, again, it's great experimentation.
It is, when, you know, the game, as long as it's got a good flow and you're not down, you're trying to come up with combos on what group will work, you know, what things do certain groups execute better than others. So trying to find that lineup is important.
Well, the three missed there. Wiley charges back up the court.
Oh, a three goes up. No good.
Oh, man, online, but just short there.
Yeah.
You saw Isaiah Alonso just turn his head and saying, what do we have to do to buy a bucket? I know, again, you don't want to have that attitude, but...
Yeah, I think fatigue might be setting in a little bit. Legs seem a little weary.
So they'll chew up the clock now, as we have 2 minutes left in the half, as we get a whistle there, as we get some substitutions. Number 25, John Cutter, will check in, along with number 30, Michael Major, and number 2 for the Jugos, Marcel Dean. As Wiley comes out, coach saying, good game, controlled it, fought hard, but final 2 minutes, like you said, legs, get him a little bit of a breather.
Right.
So you close out tomorrow night playing Bella Vista Prep.
We do at 8 p.m. I hope I can stay awake.
Oh, come on now. Get to have the curtain call. You love that. You know, the first game, you were the first game, you were the opening act and the closing act. You got to love that.
Sure. You know, I've got to get my agenda for the day so I can get myself prepared. That's a long day to hurry up and wait for the game.
You can come over a little bit later.
Oh, absolutely. I'll be over here all day, so. Well, Wayne County, you know, coming from Michigan, correct?
Yeah.
So that's
Detroit.
different. I mean, at least our weather isn't terrible, but I'm sure different climate for them to enjoy here.
Yeah, their women's head coach, you'll appreciate this, Wayne Young. It's his second year at Wayne County, but like over 20 years of coaching. Coached high school basketball, saying at least since '95, and he coaches the boys on the high school side, and again, just also coaching AAU, and wasn't busy enough, and this opportunity came, so he said, of course, I'll take it.
You know, I think that's what happens. We get bored, and then it's like, oh gosh, you know, you think you want to get out. No, it doesn't work out that way. You want to stay in the game. But
yeah, for well, as the schedule coming up, again, we have one more game tonight. New Mexico Military will be playing, as they will take on the men's team from Phoenix College. And it's set to tip off at, well, it was set to tip off 4 minutes ago, but, you know, we like good games, a little bit of a delay, not too bad. But
just a little bit.
Yeah, with 1:46 left, teams will come back on the court, but we'll bring it to you here at NACbasketball.com. Again, get it out there. partnership with Floodstream again. So glad that quite a few. I talked to Coach Vargas last night. Got a hold of him. So he's doing well up in Washington State. His first year up there, but like I said, helping start this tournament. Coach Stewart again keeping it going, and didn't want the turnover off the inbounds.
Yeah. No, I think Wayne County's just going to run the clock down and take full advantage of their possession.
Yeah, again, they don't really need to do a lot. Yes, they have to put a shot up before the shot clock expires, which is in 7 seconds now. Ooh, nice drive down the lane. Oh, got to finish at the rim. Got the contact in Nwamba.
Got to use the glass.
So number 15 there picks up his 4th. That is Isaiah Alonso. So is Cutter. Actually, that's number 42. Johns had checked in. That's a free throw. Second free throw goes in. It's at 72 to 54.
Oh, deep 3. Oh,
very deep. Wow.
Could have used that a little earlier.
Hernandez hits it.
Oh, wow.
So a chance for a 4-point play, which we don't get to see often.
And it's double bonus right now, so they're shooting 2.
They will get to shoot 2?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Because it's 10 fouls, so that's a 5-point play if they finish this.
Wow.
Now, I know there's been comebacks, but what if...
They're saying the hold was on number 5. That's Ian Baker.
Possible of 5 points. Wow. Well, there's 4 of the 5.
And there's 5 out of 5.
Interesting. Now they're pressing.
Yeah, 72-59.
Oh,
and the quick foul. Yep. On D'Souza. Wow.
Both are now in double bonus here.
I have called a game or two, and I have never had. I've seen 4-point plays, obviously 3-point shooter getting fouled. So if there's a 3-point shot is hit, but there's a foul off the ball, and they're in the double bonus, you get 2 shots, not just 1.
Right.
Wow. That's obviously it's double bonus. I just didn't realize it on a 3-point shot, but that's right. It wouldn't really change it.
Right. Because they considered the 3 good, and then the next foul was after the shot was made. So.
As Hernandez picks up his first foul. D'Souza at the line gets the first free throw. And the second one, well, the soft rim.
Yeah, it's definitely soft.
Drops down there, so 74-59. Final 107. As the ball gets knocked out of bounds, the Jugos will retain possession. So for your season, obviously last year you went to the playoffs again. I know you said you got quite a few players back from last year, mixing in some new ones. Obviously the junior college level, 2 years, we know how that's going to go. But again, teams change a little bit. But there's some players back from other schools. Where do you see this team going?
You know, we have our sights set on getting to the regional tournament, and we really want to get to the national tournament. So. Obviously, it's so early.
Oh, yeah. No, I know it's one game. I'm just saying, like, you know, you got some pieces back. Some of them know what the schedule's like. It has to help your players that came in because they're like, hey, we're not just going to show up and win a game. And you've said it before. I mean, all you coaches have said it to me, and I know people say it's coach speak, but it's true. I mean, there are years that, you know, maybe you guys have been down, or Scottsdale, or Mesa, or Glendale, and a team's 3-12, and then all of a sudden they're up by 15 on you, and you're looking at your team like, if you don't want to show up and play, they're going to keep beating you down like this.
You know, you don't ever want to underestimate a team, and you know, because anything can happen. So you want to make sure that you come out with the goal of finishing strong and not kind of falling down to teams' levels. Sometimes, you know, you have a tendency to kind of play at that level.
Yeah, and again, it's human nature. I mean, even as a coach, I know. Obviously, you've been around it a ton, and coaches have, and to You know, but players, even though, you know, yes, they can use the cliches, but you start looking ahead, circling games, and you're like, oh, okay, well, we just kind of, if we just basically run our offense, we'll win. And then the other team's like, yeah, we're not rolling over for it.
Right. Well, you know, it's that never die mentality that, you know, that's the, good steal. And the, wow, good foul.
But Major cleans it up. 7.8 seconds left to go. And, you know, normally I would say a timeout by Coach Stewart, but I love when coaches take timeouts. And I've said it so many times because later in the season, it might be, you know, 76, 73 right after thing, and you got to coach the same because I know, and I've heard you say it before,
right.
Other coaches, you have to show that you care as much if you're behind by 10 or 12, 1 or 2, or up by 1, 2, or 3, it's still the same, and
Absolutely.
Your team needs to get that message.
Well, and you don't, as coaches, you don't want to be so overly excited about it. You want to make sure that you're calm, and especially if the game's within 3 points and you've got time.
Right.
You know, we like to try to practice late game situations, so we're in that situation and we're not in panic, you know, state. So it's important to have these type of games so you can prepare for that.
And you know what I forgot to ask you, after Central, where did you play?
I had signed with University of Nebraska, but ended up not staying there. So wasn't released, and so I had to go to an NAIA school. Didn't even realize I could play anymore because I was told that I couldn't, and ended up at Northern Montana State and won another national championship up there.
See, I knew you won one. I just couldn't remember as well.
Yeah.
The 3 goes off at the buzzer. It's no good. 76-63 is the final. I have friends from Nebraska. I like to tease them. You don't want to go there anymore. No, I'm just kidding. Hey, like I tell anybody, you're getting a scholarship, you're getting free school.
Right.
But
you know, it just didn't work out for me. There was, you know, a few of us that ended up leaving that year. But, you know, I think it was a life lesson for me.
Right.
When I recruit, I definitely talk about really understand the program that you're getting into. So it's important to ask questions.
Yep.
I think some of those things I didn't do. And so with recruitment, it's important to be transparent and letting recruits and families know, you know, what you're about and what direction you want to go in. So.
And I am 100% with you. Well, we're going to, well, this game is in the books. Coach Kincaid, thank you so much for joining us.
Well, thank you for having me.
Love you hanging out. You get the last game tomorrow. You get the curtain call, so I will be here. I will be as pumped up.
Yes,
Maybe
here.
We'll try. I'll make Dave's job harder. Try and get you mic'd up. No, I'm just kidding. No. 76-63, the final. Wayne County, the Wildcats beat the Jugos of Tohono O'odham. We'll step aside. Our next game, like I said, between New Mexico Military and the Phoenix College men, coming up here from the 2018 Native American Classic from Phoenix College.